Hello and welcome back to the Rattle Mind Podcast. I'm Rye, and joining me as always is the super sleepy and tired Panchi. Alright. As we are loopy. You were going to have to deal with loopiness because of tiredness and not feeling well. Let's talk. Right. Yep. Alright, so. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Well, that's alright. I'm doing a little more of my job anyway. Because I'm going. Whoops. Yes. Oh, that's cool. Hold on. Why aren't I getting.
By the way.
Okay, there we go. I fixed it. You still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. It was just that your, for some reason, Discord wasn't recording as loud as it should have been.
Oh, well, that could be my fault because I'm using my phone for
Yep.
this lazy recording.
Yep, you're good. You can keep talking. You've played, so you
Okay.
know more than I do.
Oh, you haven't played it at all yet? Come on.
No, I have not bought it yet.
Uh, well, um, I mean, it's Harry Potter. Use your imagination. If you like Harry Potter, play the game. It's that simple. Oh, it takes place pre Harry Potter in the timeline, if I'm not mistaken. Um, you'll see some familiar surnames like Weasley and um, others.
Sleepy brain getting to you.
Well, you can't. It's literally impossible to forget Weasley. Okay,
Yeah.
like it's. Anywho, I mean, uh, I had heard was I can't remember who told me this, but like the whole was it might have been you, but the whole like Lady Domitresque like uh phrase that went on where she was
Yep.
like super popular
Yeah.
and the only reason I know anything about it is because she got popular like this that so I heard that one of the professors is the new Lady Domitresque now.
Interesting.
um her name is Professor Garlic, which, believe it or not, and I know this might come as a shock to some of you, but she is the herbology teacher. And like she is really freaking adorable. Like I um swing pretty straight, you know? But like she is really cute. Like I guess she's just not like intense, I guess, and obviously like not as well endowed. So I don't really understand why that person said they said, whoever started that rumor. But I guess like it's
It's
the
rule what?
different verses, the universes, perspectives.
Yeah. Well, any video game has to get rule what 34'd. Is that what
Oh
it is?
yeah.
So
Well, that's not even just video games. That's
yeah,
everything in existence.
yeah. If it's on the internet, it will become rule 34'd.
Yep.
And by the way, if you're a consenting adult, you can look that up. If you are under the age of 18, do not look that up. Please do not. I am not here to
Well,
corrupt children.
way to hang the forbidden fruit in front of
Yeah, I know. Basically, I said, oh, so
teenagers,
that's what I need to look up to find it. Okay, do.
Right.
Dunk.
Listen, we never claimed to be a kid-friendly
No, in
channel.
fact, I make sure every time I make this, I say, this is not meant for kids. This is a podcast. It is not meant for kids. It is just a general podcast. So if you are under the age of 18 and a topic that you shouldn't be listening to comes up, please leave the podcast. That's just the way I would prefer it.
Right. We are not responsible for you teenage troublemakers getting us in trouble with your parents. We waive all responsibility. You get grounded. We don't have to get grounded anymore. We're adults, so
Yeah.
we just
So Hogwarts.
yes, it is a cool game.
No.
So they kind of cheaped out a little because there's no Quidditch.
Yeah, I did know that.
At this time. I'm hoping with every fiber of my being it is a DLC, which is like super sketchy because it's like we just wanted to like pump out this game and then like add like one of the best aspects of the Harry Potter universe later to get more money out of you, you know? So it's a little sketchy and annoying, but you can still ride broomsticks and do these little like obstacle courses with them, which is kind of nifty, but that is a little.
I bet they just
annoying.
didn't have the time to program in all the mechanics for Quidditch. From what I understand is that it's been in development for a while, and if they wanted to add Quidditch, they would have wanted to make it a full, an actual Quidditch. So it would actually go throughout the seasons and stuff.
Oh, okay. That's
So,
kind of cool.
So it's not just that they cheaped out, it's that they probably, like I said, I don't know too much about the game, but I'm assuming they decided that they didn't want to cheap out on one of the best things about Harry Potter, which is playing Quidditch. So,
right.
You either do it well or you're going to get lambasted for, this was the thing I wanted to play the game for, and it's crap.
Right.
When he grabs the golden snitch, it goes outside the world and it blasts through his arm or something like that, Well, if they were getting hit by one of the other balls, that's logical, It's supposed to break their bones, but, the golden snitch is not supposed to break your bones.
Well, now that they are going to do it in a way that they can do,
well, I assume they will do it eventually.
Well, no. Now that, I hope.
Yeah.
I don't want to assume. I just hope. But now that they're going to do it in a way that you have to pay extra for it, well, presumably.
Yeah, people will complain about that.
Free, but,
yeah.
But, like, now that they're going to do that, though, it better be the best fucking Quidditch mechanics. And like, it just better be the best.
What? That's
like, now that they're taking the extra time to worry
if
about
they
it
actually do it, yes. We got to remember, this is all hypothetical because we don't know what the developer's actually doing.
Right, we have no idea.
So,
This game just came out. I'm sure a lot of people have finished it already, but
yeah.
they haven't really announced anything or said anything, at least not to my knowledge. So we're just hypothetically
Yeah.
what if what ifing.
Oh, but yeah, I would assume they didn't want to screw up something that most people would be like, yeah, you should have been able to do this from the beginning and it should have been fantastic. So,
Right, right. If they come out with the excuse like, "Oh, we just wanted to take our time on it and make it real quality," it better be quality. Like,
right.
uh,
Uh, so that's Hogwarts Legacy, a game that came out more recently than what we actually talk about.
Speaking of games though that we've talked about, we talked a little bit, not one on one, about the new No Man's Sky update, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which is a game we've done a full episode on, and they just came out with an update with like new ships and a bunch of bug fixes, and they didn't just do bug fixes, they did fixes across all the platforms, like all of them,
Right.
including Switch, VR, all of it. And they added a new ship, they added an event, which I've already completed. They're just so excited, and it was free, and they're just so excited to like really like keep bettering the game, which is like so cool, you know? Like I feel like I compare No Man's Sky to Fallout 76 all the time because they had a very similar, like, kind of piss poor start, but they handled it so differently, like night and day. And like Fallout, I like the more I watch David play, aka Potato, the more it's like you can tell that their main focus is all those microtransactions and
Right.
aesthetics and trying to find ways to get people to pay and not fixing existing issues and blah blah blah. Whereas No Man's Sky is like, hey, we want genuinely care about your experience and want it to be everything we envisioned. And here are these fixes, here are these updates. Like, have a good time, you know? Like, I don't think I've seen one microtransaction in the entirety of No Man's Sky, you know?
No,
Like,
as far as I know, there are none.
right.
Which is how gaming used to be. It used to be that, well, in the MMO world, you'd pay your monthly subscription. You'd buy the game for the $50 to $60, depending on what it was. I think the game that I played the most was actually $24, but it was a really old game. And then they would just do monthly updates every month. They'd either add story content or they'd add little, here's a new dungeon for you to run through. And that's what the monthly subscription was about. But nowadays, because microtransactions have become the norm.
Oh yeah, they really have. Plus, you pay for expansions, the microtransactions. Guild Wars 2 is probably one of the best free-to-play MMOs, and I'll stand by that. But there are some sections of storyline that you can't play without the real money in-game currency,
Right.
which is I always thought was freaking weird. But I guess when you're free to play, it makes all that crap make more sense.
Right.
I still don't like it, but it does make sense. You gotta make money somehow, you know?
And realistically, if you want to find a person or company to blame for all these microtransactions, it is Tencent, which is the big mega corporation from China.
Huh.
And it's because what Tencent did, because they run WeChat, which is the everything app in China, they figured, why let people off of their platform when we can just, steal little IP, little things that other companies are doing to make ours better. So WeChat got bigger and bigger, and then, they integrated apps into theirs, and then they're like, how can we make more money? Gaming. Let's get into gaming. So they made gaming stuff. And then they started to invest in companies outside of China. So we're talking Bethesda had some involvement with Tencent for a while. But the funny thing is in Fallout 3, there is a person called Tenpenny, which is a reference. Tencent.
Oh no.
Which he was the rich guy inside in a tower, and so if you ever wanted a funny thing about that, that is where at least that's where I'm assuming they got it from. Tenpenny, Tencent.
Pendime make a little more sense.
Kinda, but it's a little more. It's just as logical to do 10 penny.
I'm just being facetious. I'm
Yeah.
very well aware, but
But
10 cents is a dime. It's 10 dimes.
yes. But of course, 10 cents could literally be 10 pennies. So, 10 penny.
Yeah, I know. But still.
But they also own 100% of Riot Games, I believe. They own portions of Ubisoft. They own portions of EA. They own.
David told me not to support Ubisoft anymore.
They own portions of Activision Blizzard. Actually, they owned quite a bit of it.
I was actually gonna ask about Blizzard because, like, I was thinking of World of Warcraft a lot when I was talking about paying for expansions.
Yes, which is why the most recent expansions that came out for World of Warcraft didn't feature bones or anything like that, is because in China that's all taboo. So the visions of, the original vision of the game has been dumbed down because of China. The same thing happened with the virtual card game Hearthstone. The cards got changed because of China and Tencent's influence.
Well, one of WoW's big updates was the Ninja Pandas.
Yeah, Mists of Pandaria.
Yeah, that one. But David told me not. Well, okay, he was listing some games that Ubisoft makes, and I was like, oh, I don't play those anyway. But he was saying not to support them anymore. I'm racking my brain on why he said that, but obviously, brain is mush today.
Yeah. Well, for the most part,
I was hoping you had heard something.
For the most part, Ubisoft games are bland copies of one another chasing money. That's all they are.
Right.
But we've been talking for almost 20 minutes, so we're going to wrap up our gaming episode here, which was way longer than we expected.
I don't know how we're going to handle this 5 extra minutes.
I know. Well, the problem is my throat's starting to hurt, and that's why I'm kind of ending it.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, let's get this third one.
All right.
All about the quality, people.
Yep. Thank you all for watching, listening, and whatever you're doing. Follow, like, comment, subscribe. Anything you'd like to say?
What is your house? Like, I would suggest taking like the quiz and doing all the stuff on Wizarding World, the website, before playing Hogwarts Legacy, so that way you can like link it, and like for me personally, it felt really good knowing that like I quizzed into everything I got, So like if you like that kind of thing, sign up on Wizarding World first, and then quiz, and then tell me like what you got, like what did you get, like what house are you in, what's your Patronus and all that fun stuff. I know I said I was Ravenclaw, right? Did you say what house you were in?
I never did it.
Right.
Yep, I never did it.
What am I gonna do with you?
I'm just glad Rosie's not here. Imagine the scream.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
All right. But
all right.
do as she said, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.